Okay, on to the back nine of the 1v1 at Sultans Run Golf Course. This is hole number 10, a par 5, playing 544, dogleg right. Alex is down by 3 shots going into the back nine. If you haven't seen the front nine, go ahead and watch that to catch up. Alex hit a really good drive. I've got a 3-wood and hit a pretty good drive down the middle. Alex cut the corner of the dog leg, ended up about 50 yards ahead of me, so I have about 280 straight downhill. Pretty narrow shot, but hit a really good 5-wood right down the middle, about 50 yards short. I think Alex only has about 220. I think he was hitting a 4-iron, maybe the 3-iron. Didn't catch it clean, but good enough. He was still only about 60 yards out for not a very well hit iron shot, so still in good shape. Wedges it up there, I think on the green. I've got about 50 yards with my 56 degree and didn't catch it clean at all. Almost shanked it actually. But I think it ended up on the green. Yeah, Alex was just short and had that left for par after his putt from off the green. And cleans that up. So he's in for a 5. This is my birdie putt. And not too bad. Needed to get it closer with my wedge shot, but take the 5. So on to number 11. Alex still down by 3. This is a 361-yard par 4 dogleg left. Alex is hitting driver. It's a really good drive down the left-hand side of the fairway. His driver really starts to warm up on the back nine. And I'm hitting a driver also. And kind of flare it out to the right just a little bit. Just off the fairway in the right rough, which left me about 150 yards. I think I hit a 7-iron, slightly uphill. Hit it really good. Got it on the green left of the pin, about 20 feet. Alex only had about 100 yards left. And he hit a good wedge on the green, I think just right about 20 feet. So we both got birdie putts.
That's not terrible.
Good putt at it. Ends up with par. After he taps that in.
Nice.
And then this is my birdie putt from about 20 feet. Thought it had a chance, just kind of ran out of pace at the end. So I tapped that in for par. So on to number 12, which is a very cool 204-yard par 3 downhill, water pretty much all around the green except the front right. Alex played it safe out to the right. Was about 15 yards short on the hill. with a 5-iron, I believe is what he hit. I'm hitting a 4-iron. Just kind of a real easy swing since it goes downhill. This is Alex's chip, which he gets on the green. I ended up just right of the green, almost pin high. So try to get this one in decent shape to make par. So Alex has this uphill putt for par. Goes by a good ways.
So close.
6, 7 feet.
Wow, that's exciting. Don't have the same exact photograph.
And I have this about 12-footer for par. Slightly uphill. And again, the greens were aerated, I think about a week or so ago. So trying to get used to the aerated greens. They are very slow. So that's a bogey for me. Alex really needs this to stay within striking distance. Still only 3 down. Well, lots of golf left.
Good putt.
Yeah, he needed that, as you can tell by the reaction. So, 2 4s going into number 13, par 5, playing 540. Alex, there's sand traps in the fairway about 250, I think. So he played to the right of those, which was a good play. So he's in good shape. My drive was a good drive, probably my straightest drive of the day, but unfortunately, those fairway sand traps were right where I hit it. So I have a 5-iron. Thought that was enough to get over that little ledge, but I caught it just barely, and I ended up in the creek about 50 yards ahead. Alex is in really good shape, about 250 or 240 out uphill with a 3-wood. He hits a low runner,
sand.
but it goes,
Oh, nice.
carries that sand trap and is on the front edge of the green or just off the green. I hit a horrible shot to the right, but didn't make the bunker, which probably was helpful. So I am now I was hitting 3. Correction, I was hitting 4, so that's my 5th shot. Alex really had a chance to make up some strokes here. That was
coming back
for eagle, and mishit the chip. And now he's got a birdie putt that goes about 10 feet left. That was my putt for 6. So I end up making a 7. And this is Alex for his par. And he ends up making a 6. So he does gain a stroke on me, but he could have gained at least 2 strokes. So I kind of got lucky, but only up by 2 now, going into number 14, 400-yard
Perfect.
par 4. Alex hits a pretty good drive, I think, on this one. Or actually, he hit a 3-wood. This is kind of a tricky driving hole. You can't go too far down the little ridge, or you end up with a downhill, awkward shot. You can see that hill, how it, or that fairway, how it slopes down. I hit a 3-wood also, right down the middle, but I still had about 150. Actually, I had about 160 downhill, hit a 7-iron that I hit good, just floated left, ended up left of the green. Alex had about, I think about 120. And I think he was just right of the green. So I was about pin high to the left, chipped up pretty close. I hit a really good chip. Yeah, Alex caught the right side of the green, so he's putting for birdie. And again, a chance here to really close the gap.
Wow.
Actually, that was his par putt. I think I missed his chip up to there, and that was my par putt. So we end up both parring the hole, getting up and down. So on to number 15, 375 yard, par 4 water all down the left. Really tough driving hole, and a creek on the right. And Alex hit another really good drive, 3-wood, hammered it, probably 250. I had a 3-wood, caught it a little thin and only probably went about 210. So I still have almost 160 yards. I think it was 155. Had a 7-iron, hit my worst iron of the day. There's water in front, but I cleared the water. If you see that one big sand trap, actually caught the sand trap about 25 yards short. And Alex has a really good chance to make up some shots, less than 100 yards, and yeah, didn't hit a good wedge into the water. So now he's hitting 4, but then hit probably his best wedge of the day to like 4 feet. So I'm hitting 3, about a 30-yard chip shot, and catch it clean. Goes to just off the back edge of the green. So Alex has a really good chance to make up maybe another stroke here if he can save his 5.
Oh my
and
God.
Just lips out. So he ends up with a disappointing 6.
Nice.
I actually chip it really well, almost went in.
Well, you beat me.
And I think I end up
All right.
making that for a 5, which, yeah, just backhanded in there. Which felt like a par after all those mishits. So I'm back up by 3. And this is a par 3 playing 175, slightly downhill. Alex hits a pretty good shot, just a little deep and a little left. Definitely don't want to go too far left with the water. It's pretty safe, short and right. I'm hitting an 8-iron. And I was long, or left also, just not quite as long. So Alex puts up to about 8 feet. And I've got a long putt,
Oh, those bumps. Are you kidding?
and I leave it a little bit short.
Yep.
Alex actually has only about 4 feet. For his par, he really needs this to stay within 3, and just slides it by. So I have this to gain a stroke. just drops in. Kind of got lucky on that one. So I go back up by 4. And this is a 383-yard par 4 up the hill, fairly straight. Alex hits a really good drive. Back 9 driving was almost perfect. And that one goes a long way down the left-hand side of the fairway. So I'm going to try to keep up, and I flare mine off to the right a little bit toward those trees. It's left me about 175 yards uphill. And I'm just trying to punch a 4-iron to get close, but it kind of goes left. So Alex has another shot to make up some strokes, possibly. It's a pretty good shot. I think he ended up on the green. He was only about maybe 100 yards, if even that. So I'm chipping out of the junk. Hit an okay chip. Just left me this chip shot, slightly downhill. Hit another pretty good chip to about 4 or 5 feet. So Alex can make up a couple strokes right here.
Keep going.
Just a little short. So he makes par. I've got this for another scramble bogey, which puts me back up by 3 with 1 hole to go. This is a 390-yard par 4. Actually, I was playing about 410. Alex hits another great drive right over. It's a dogleg right. He hit it up the corner perfect. I hit a good drive. I just didn't take anything off the corner and still left me 175. Hit a really good 5-iron, pin high, maybe a little deep, and it ended up, unfortunately, in the pond right, like literally 2 feet over that sand trap on the right. Alex hit a pretty good shot. He is on the green, so I'm hitting 4 now. After I take my drop, it's a pretty good chip. I give myself a chance to scramble for another bogey. Alex left his birdie putt short, about 12 feet. And ends up with a 5. So Alex shoots 42 on the back for a total of 85. And this is for 5 and also a 42. Kind of a scrambling 42. So I end up winning the round, 82 for me, 85 for Alex. See you on the next one.